Good morning, YouTube. I'm queuing you guys up first just so I can make sure we can see everything. Today, you're going to need a large pillow or a bolster, whatever you have available, okay? Just making sure that you have those things that you need. Letting your body just get settled into a space here. So I have my mat, and I have my large pillow. If you have a bolster, great, grab it. But if you don't have a bolster, I have a couple of them, but I'm gonna play around with a common household item just in case you guys don't have a bolster, so I can feel what you feel. So I have a large, like king size pillow, or if you can find like a sturdy, like a couch pillow, or something that's a little firmer and a little larger than a flimsy little standard size pillow. Or maybe you grab a couple of pillows and shove them into one pillowcase to kind of create an at-home bolster. Now, hang tight with me, YouTube, because I'm going to get Facebook started. Good morning. So today we're going to focus on twists and bends in yoga. Still working into the solar plexus, starting to make our way up towards the diaphragm here in the study of our body. And today is going to be all about the twists and the back bends, okay? Different ways we can find a back bend, that expansion here of the front of the body. Udita Yada Bandha, we're going to start talking about how to get that pull of gravity off of our internal organs. So that is what we're doing today in yoga. Can you guys see me okay on Facebook? Give me a holler, say hi. I see you popping in. Good. Let me know who's here on YouTube. If you're just joining me, we're going to need a bolster today, but since most people do not have a bolster in their home, if you grab like a large, I have a king size pillow or queen size, something that's sturdier. You can shove 2 pillows in a pillowcase, making it firmer. You could also try like couch cushions, things like that. Or even a wrapped blanket, something that'll give you some cushion, right? But that would stay firm, so it's not just puffy. Good morning. Okay, great. Thank you, Megan. All right, YouTube, still have people coming in. Facebook, people coming in. So today for twist and bends yoga, I just feel like I'm going to loop here for the intro. We'll get started in 3 minutes. You need a bolster today. If you don't have a bolster, then just grab a large pillow. Good morning, Amanda. Grab a large pillow, or maybe you shove 2 pillows into a pillowcase, making it firmer. Grab a couch cushion that maybe has some sturdiness to it. Anything like that. Be creative, okay? Good morning, Nicole. So hi, Lauren. Bolster or something like it. Yes, Lauren's making notes for me right now. She's my secretary over there on Facebook. So even like a couch cushion, like the one you sit on, like pull it off your couch, bring it to your practice, or like something. So it doesn't have to be a yoga bolster. It can be a large pillow. Husband pillows work really great for this, the ones with like the little arms. So find something like that because we're going to need it. We're going to do a little bit of inversion work today in a supported way. Good morning, Jessica. We're going to be doing twists, lots of twists, and lots of back bends, but not necessarily just the one you're thinking of. We're going to be doing lots of opening of the front of the body, and we're going to explore a little Udita Yada Bandha work today, which is lifting the internal organs up and away. So really great for pelvic floor, getting that gravitational pull off of your internal organs. If you have a silk handy, I happen to have one. Aerial's great for that. So if you've never tried aerial, when all of this stuff is over, join me for aerial classes in Vienna. or some of my friends in Winchester, Virginia, or if you're like in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I know lots of great people in Pennsylvania for aerial, um, and all around. So just ask me. But aerial is great for inversions, increasing the blood flow to the head, just charging your circulation. It's great for getting those gravitational pressures off of your internal organs. It's so wonderful for lymphatic system. People think of aerial and they immediately think circ arts, and that is not what I teach. I love the circ arts, and all props to the people that teach it. It's just not what I teach. I teach aerial yoga and aerial Pilates. So using the silk as an apparatus to help your body find that release, if you will, and also the reversal of the yin and the yang. So sometimes it's good to like literally turn things around in perspective for your body and physiologically speaking. So today we're going to play around with inversions that are accessible to everyone, even without an aerial silk. So all of this is for, good morning. Hi, Mel. All of this is for, again, our solar plexus chakra. We're still working here in the Manipura. We're going to be getting into the heart chakra in the next couple of weeks. Diaphragm is coming Saturday. We'll be working on the diaphragm. But today it's twists, it's bends, back bends, inversions. But don't let any of those words scare you. I'm going to teach you accessible ways for every body, okay, every body's capability. So it is time to get started. Hopefully your friends have joined in. Hopefully you have a bolster if you're just joining in. You need a large pillow or some pillows shoved into one pillowcase, making it firmer, a couch cushion, a husband pillow, whatever you can find that gives you a little bit of support and boost. A foam roller won't be enough for this particular practice, so don't bring those. We don't need them. A blanket, a firmer blanket, not a really poofy one, but a firmer blanket that if you folded it up like grandma's quilt several times and made a little square, it'd be, pretty compact. That would be a good one for you as well. Okay. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Are we ready? YouTube, can you see me okay? And then Facebook, we're good? You can hear me? Still back here, away from the camera? All right, so let's get this rolling. We're going to have a lot of fun today, by the way, just so you know. So your hair is down, pull it up. You're going to need it out of your way. And taking these last 10 seconds here to make sure everybody's got their bolster. Everybody's ready to go. Saturday when you come, we're working on the diaphragm. So be ready for that. Now we're going to get started today right into the quick of it with Uddiyana Bandha, which is really just pulling up the intestinal organs, the organs here within the cavity of the body, not just the intestines, to help pull up gravity, help relieve pressure off the pelvic floor. You're going to look a little silly, but you're home. You're not in front of the camera for all the world to see. And you might feel like that lady in the 1980s fitness video that's made its way around the world. She was onto something, even if she didn't know what she was teaching. So you're going to take your feet just slightly wider than your shoulders, a couple of inches, in fact, and bend the knees. Okay? You're going to take your hands and you're going to place them on your thighs right above your knees. And make sure your thumbs are facing in towards your thighs. And then you're going to kind of lean forward as if you were getting ready to like propel yourself towards your toes, but stay heavy in the heels. In fact, spread the toes here, lift them up, make sure your heels and the toe base corners of your feet are grounded. Set the toes back down. Now straighten the arms, and this is going to be one of those very rare times that I tell you, I want your shoulders by your ears. I know this doesn't happen, right? It's kind of like what's happening right now. So shoulders are straight, or arms are straight, shoulders are by your ears. And I want you to kind of be leaning forward, but stay heavy in the heels. And then from here, I want you to kind of imagine you're pulling the soft tissues of your waist up and away from your hips. So you start to create this almost hollow body already, right? You kind of feel like if there were a fire under your belly, there on the ground, you're like pulling that belly button up and away, like, no, I don't want to get burned, right? Good. And then I want you to take a nice deep inhale. Keep those arms straight, shoulders up by your ear. We'll call it Vulturasana. And then as you exhale, really pull up the soft tissues of the waist, hollow out the belly. Feel like your tailbone's tucking down towards the earth, towards your heels, while meanwhile, it's like you're trying to, with your abdominal pressure, pull your hands up off your thighs, but your thighs are, or your hands are firmly planted, creating that vacuum. And that's on your exhale. I want you to really pull up. Now on your inhale, release a little bit of the pressure of the abdominals, but do not release your position. So arms are straight, shoulders are up, you're leaning forward, still in your heels. Pull the waist up away from the hips, creating a longer waist, tail tucks under, breathe in. And on your exhale, as you breathe out, draw all of the abdominals, all of those organs up, up, up. Inhale. Now, I don't want you to do this with a lot of strain. This should be at ease. So I don't want you to feel like somebody's squeezing the life out of you. Inhale. As you exhale, just pull up with ease. Inhale. Let the belly go soft a little bit. Arms are still straight. Heels are still heavy. Exhale. Draw it all up. Inhale one more time. Exhale, tailbone tucks under. This is important. Create that concave length of the low spine. Draw up through the abdominals. Lengthen the waist. Shoulders are by the ears. You're creating this angry cat position, if you will. Inhale. Last time here. Exhale. Inhale, relax. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your feet together. Standing here, still facing me, go ahead and bring your hands up overhead. If arms overhead pinch your shoulders, then simply bring your hands behind your head. It's fine. And then you're going to keep your left foot heavy. Keep your left foot heavy. I'll mirror you. And then lean to your right. Keeping that left foot heavy, lean to the right. If your arms are long, it's just right here. You can clasp those hands, send your pointer fingers out like you got the Charlie Angels. Right there, and then come all the way back up through the center. Roll the shoulders down and back. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And engage here a little bit of that Uddiyana Bandha here. So feel that drawing up and in. Now, inhale. As your breath fills your body, you can lean to the side, having that airbag of oxygen around your spine. And then exhale, right to the center. Bring the hands down. Coming to the front of your mat. Are we ready? Hope so. Bring the feet together and have it so just the toes are a little bit apart. Big toes are a little bit apart. This little small V. From here, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shake the energy off your hands and then extend those fingers long. Tadasana. Right? Ta-da. And then I want you to check in with your feet. Maybe you lift your toes, maybe you lift them and lower them a little bit. Make sure that the four corners of your feet are firmly planted, even in the V. Take a deep breath in here. Reach the body up. No need to back bend on this first one. Just keep it straight and true. On your exhale, bending over the body, drawing up, feeling that sensation of the core pulling up. Inhale, halfway rise. Hands go to the tops of the knees and you send your sits bones out. Now here with a small V, you can really kind of bend your knees slightly like a mini plie and feel how the sits bones maybe can lift a little higher than when you're in parallel. And now come all the way down. For this first vinyasa, we're going to be gentle. So take the right foot back, bring the left foot back to meet it. Somehow I just heard Lauren in my head going, oh, what are the rest of them going to be? Bring your knees to the floor, bend the elbows, and bring your chin towards the floor first, and then feel your hands pull the floor under you, bringing your heart through your arms. Untuck the toes, and feel here this little bit of a cobra. And then lowering back down. We're going to focus a lot on those today, the upward facing. And now tuck the toes under, push the body back, and this time, let's just find a child's pose, but over those hooked feet. So we're going to stretch the feet here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Give me another deep breath in. Side away. On this next inhale, look at your hands and then press your hips up and back. Take a little miniature down dog and then walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your hands to heart center as you exhale. We're going to add to that. On this next inhale, bring your hands back behind your back and just embrace your waist here. Your hip bones, your thumbs are around your hip bones. Fingertips are going towards the top of the sacrum. From that position, as you inhale, draw your elbows back towards each other. Feel your collarbones open and allow your hands to press into the sacrum, pushing the hips forward. Feel how the melt of the heart here as it opens up. The abdominals are drawn up and in, so engage the Uddiyana Bandha there, the bandha of the belly. And then just look down your nose, keeping the band or the bandha of the throat. Let's inhale here again one more time. And then as you exhale, draw your abdominals up and in, folding over the body. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, bring the hands to the earth. This time step back with the left foot. Bring the right foot back to meet it. Bring your knees to the floor. Chin, chest, as we lower, bending the elbows, chin touches. We bring the hands back. Or I should say we're just pulling that mat, which pulls the heart forward. Roll the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, melt to the earth. Tuck your toes under. To go to child's pose or right to down dog. Now, here, since we're going to stay for 3 breaths, go ahead and pedal those feet if it helps you feel like you can start to encourage some movement from the sits bones down to the backs of the legs, into the calves, all the way to the heels. One more deep breath in and out here. And then on your inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, walk yourself forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise all the way up. And on your exhale, come hands to heart center. Adding to that. Bringing the hands behind your back if that felt nourishing and good for you. If you're able to imagine your hands behind your back, but keep them overhead and still feel that same sacral support, like your sits bones are drawing up and in towards your tailbone. And you can feel that imaginary hand pressing into your hips as you open, creating this longer lever with the hands. Take another inhale here. Exhale, fold. Feel your abdominals draw up into that bandha. Inhale, halfway rise, sending the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time, hop back to your high plank or step back. And then you can take your full vinyasa with the chaturanga, or you can still use your knees if that's best for you. If you're taking the chaturanga, you lower to the 90 degrees of the arms and then pull the floor under you as you lift the heart. Feel that same sensation of the sacrum pressing down and strong, glutes engaged, heart is open, and then exhale, roll over the tops of the feet until you can reconnect the toes. Find your down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're just getting started. Deep breath in. Deep breath out here as well. As you take this final breath in and out here at this down dog, can you feel the bandha? Can you draw the waist muscles away from the hips? Can you feel the lift of the internal organs towards the rib cage? And then exhale. And inhale, look towards your hands. You can hop, step, or jump forward on your exhale. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Notice here if the belly just wants to be lazy, can you pull it up and in? Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautifully done. Let's keep going. So from here, make sure that your big toes are together. Spread your toes and lay them back down. And then make sure there's a smidgen of space between your heels. Maybe just about a thumb's print is fine. And then from there, we're going to lower into chair. So send the sits bones down. Keep the heart high, butt low, heart high. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in, rise up to stand. But now this time as you exhale, lower back down into chair, but add a twist. We're going to twist the right elbow to the left outside knee. Now squeeze those knees together and tell the left knee to oppose the right elbow that's pushing back into it to find the twist of the torso, the reach forward of the heart. Perhaps you can look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stick with me, guys. 2 more breaths. You can do this. Find that visceral sensation of pumping the organs with your breath. Move them around in there. On your inhale, rise back up. Exhale, fold. Good. Sticking with that same side as we inhale, halfway rise, and then exhale, fold, step the left foot back. Good. Staying in a high lunge here for a moment. And then I want you to bring your left hand closer to the right inside edge of your foot. Twist your right hand up to reach for the sky. Now notice here if your hips want to sag. Draw both sits bones in towards your pubic bone. Engage that left glute. Open up the heart, especially through the right shoulder. Look at your right thumb. Draw your abdominals up and away with every exhale. They draw up with every inhale. Fill the back. Move your organs with your breath. Now bring the hand back down and set the left knee down. Untuck the toes of that back foot. Use your hands to walk yourself upright. Here we're going to go into a little bit of a back bend again. So revisiting what we did a few classes ago. Maybe you take your left hand and place it on your sacrum, which is that weird shaped bone underneath your gluteal crack if you're not familiar with your sacrum. Maybe you widen your right foot out slightly to the side so that you feel a little more balanced. You don't feel like you're on a balanced beam. Now from here, press that left hand into the sacrum. Allow the body to melt forward. Melt the elbow back away from the collarbone. Feel how the heart lifts. And then here again, let's keep that chin neutral, keeping the bandha of the throat, sealing our energy in as we breathe. And the side away. As you sigh away, feel the lift of the internal organs. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up through. Find this neutral ground. Here, taking the hand down to the inside rail of the right foot. So left hand inside of the right foot. Square up the hips. So imagine both sits bones are drawing up and in towards the pubic bone. Pull your organs up and away from your thigh to twist towards that right thigh. One more time, right hand up. So now maybe this time, because you're settled on the floor, you can focus more on what that twist is doing through the torso. You can open your chest. You can feel the length. Maybe you even take that half bind where you bring your right hand back behind you, bending the elbows, sweeping the back of your hand here into your left waist. Finding a deeper spiral, looking over that right shoulder. Then bringing it up, the hand that is, around and through, coming back to the floor. Good. Tuck those right toes. Now, start to rock, and then prepare, if you will, to put that weight into your back foot, because then we're going to sweep the right foot up. Good. Hold there for 3 deep breaths. You're like, 3? You can do it. Good. Now, finding this back bend sensation, bend that high leg. Let that heel come back towards your behind and really feel as if you're trying to press your hips forward to that open side, almost like you're taking a mini back bend here. If it's in your practice, you can flip the dog and go into wild thing. If it's not in your practice, proceed with caution or just stay right here. But if you want to flip the dog, as that right foot for me is heavy towards my behind, I'm going to take my right hand up away from the floor, and then I'm going to settle into my right foot on the floor and open up my heart towards the ceiling, taking the wild thing. If it's not in your practice or you tried it and you fumbled, come down safely. To come back up and through, I'm going to engage my core, pull myself back up and around to the three-legged dog. Wonderful work here. Now, from here, bring that right foot up to the front once more. Pivot the back toes around to be parallel with the soft edge of your mat or short edge, and then come up to warrior two. Did you make it? Of course you did. But we're not done. So from here, let's find warrior two, get in there, sink into that front thigh, engage your straight leg glutes, and then bring your front elbow down. Let's find that extended side angle for just a moment. We're going to do some of my favorite warriors today. Reverse and humble. Really pumps those organs. So for reverse, come back up to warrior two. On your inhale, settle your back hand to the back thigh and breathe your body up. Now here again, feel that back bend sensation where the hips are pressed forward, the tailbone is low, and you can lift up from the heart. You can feel the stretch here of the muscles of the Uddiyana Bandha. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then come back to warrior two. Keep the warrior two legs. Hips are pressing forward. Pubic bone is scooping slightly under. Thighs are open. You feel that river of energy coming up through the legs. But now we're going to get into that torsos part. So from here, twist just the torso diagonally forward. So I'm kind of looking out over where my left foot should be if it were up there. Bring your hands behind your back and take your hands just here to the small of your back, or better yet, to your sacrum. Now, press the hips slightly forward or press into the hips to roll the elbows back and lift the heart. And then on your exhale, draw your abdominals up and in. Draw your organs up with that vacuum of breath and humble yourself over your front thigh. Now you can stay right here with your arms, or you can clasp your hands and bring your fists up towards the sky. Humble warrior. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're here for 2 more breaths. On your inhale, rise up halfway. On your exhale, come up all the way. Release the arms, warrior two. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Get a little springy in that front leg. Find the buoyancy of the back leg. You're going to hop your back leg forward to meet the front. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Let's take a vinyasa here. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Hop, step, or jump your way back to your version of a vinyasa. Maybe you're going to put your knees on the ground and chin, chest, pull forward. Maybe you chaturanga down. Emphasis here for everyone, pulling the heart forward, feeling the sacrum press in. Feel the back bend. Exhale, draw the body up and through to that lovely little down dog. I almost forgot the name of the most iconic yoga pose, right? Inhale, look at your hands, bend your knees, exhale, hop, step, or jump forward. Inhale, halfway rise, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Are you ready for the other side? Of course you are. You can stay wherever you are. I'm going to switch sides, so I'm still facing you. I'm not talking to that screen, okay? I'm talking to a screen either way. Stick with me, guys. So knees are slightly apart, heels are slightly apart, but the big toes are kissing. Setting up for chair now on the other side. Bringing your hands to heart center, sit the tail down. Find your chair, find the sits bones spread, and you spread into the glutes. Heart is high. Exhale, stand up. Inhale at the top, reach the hands up. Now as you exhale, draw the abdominals up into that bandha sensation. You've been there at the beginning of class, but now we're going to take it into the twist. There we are. Knees resist the elbow, elbows push into the knees squeeze together, inner thighs are engaged, lower abdominals are engaged. Breathe into the back. Exhale, pull into that vacuum of the abdominals. Look over that shoulder if it's in your practice. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Go ahead and keep that foot high. Stay on your high lunge. Bring your right hand to the inside rail of your left foot and twist. Now here, I'm not twisting all of my hips. I'm finding that security of the sacrum we've been working on. Sits bones draw up and in towards the pubic bone. Glute is on that straight leg. The twist, the mobility is in the intestinal area. The waist being wrung out. Bring that hand back down and through. From here, let's take the knee down. Settle it down. Walk yourself up. Good. And then from here, going into a twist one more time. Settle that. Oh, sorry. We're going to go back to that back bend first. I almost skipped it. And then Renee would tell me about it. So bring your hands to your sacrum. And we're going to go to the back bend first. So sacrum, we push in. We set the keystone of our spine, the sacrum. We are pulling back through the front heel, pulling slightly forward through the front hip like we're trying to shorten our mat under us. Roll the elbows back towards each other. Open the heart to keep the bandha of the throat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretching out that psoas on the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. Coming out of the back bend of that, bringing your hand to touch here in front of the rail. So right hand beside the left foot and twist. Here again, I want you to focus, since the knee is on the floor, that you can pull your sits bones up and in towards your pubic bone. Shorten the mat between your front heel and your back knee. And reach for the sky, look at that thumb, and breathe. Wring out your waist. Inhale into the back. Exhale, engage that bandha. Inhale to the back. Exhale, engage the breath, moving the organs. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hand down. Center out those hands on your mat. Do a little shift here. Let the legs know we're getting ready to move. Tuck the toes under on the back leg. As you shift forward, straighten that back leg. Let it take your weight. And then shoot that left leg up towards the sky. Finding your three-legged dog. Staying here for 2 more breaths. You got this. Can you feel the bandha? Lift and lower. Now hook that left leg, left heel towards your butt. You can stay right here for a few more breaths, really pressing forward through the pubic bone, pressing forward through the hips. If it's in your practice to flip to the back bend of wild thing or flipping the dog, you start to twist back, following that left foot. Left hand starts to lift, right hand has to push the mat away. So you land in your left foot. And you reach with your left hand. And you're this beautiful rainbow of a back bend. And you breathe here. Now when you're ready to come back, you engage your core. Right ribs towards the right hips. Twist the spine back over. And find your three-legged dog. Now exhale, sweep that leg forward. Pivot the right toes around to be parallel with short edge. Come up and through warrior 2. You made it again. Deep breath in. Sigh it away. Let all that tension go. Maybe you need to take a moment, just like shake it off your arms for a second. And now on your next breath, grow taller. On your exhale, bend your left elbow to your left knee. Open up that right arm. You can always come back to this. I'm not going to repeat all of these little things for every little class as you move through this series. But knowing that if you're still at a place where the shorter lever feels better, please be there. Absolutely. And then let's reverse that warrior. So coming up to warrior two, on your next breath, let your right hand go down to the right thigh and lift up through the left hand. Look at that wrist. Sink deeper into that left leg again. You probably lifted out of it. And feel that back bend sensation. The hips are pressing forward. The heart is opening over and back. Now, coming back to warrior two, rotate the body, just the torso. The hips are solidly set in. The sacrum is the keystone. We're going to twist the torso. Take your hands, place them behind your back. On your inhale, press into that keystone, right? So we press into the hips. The hips don't move, they resist. We're just pressing in to open up the heart, create the back bend. Stay low in that left leg. I keep trying to sneak out of mine. Do you see it? And then on the exhale, drawing the abdominals up, up, up into that vacuum, lifting them up away from gravity, folding into humble warrior. Now maybe you stay here with your hands just at your back. Perhaps you clasp your hands, send them skyward. We stay here for 3 breaths. Shorten that mat between your feet. Feel that energy coming up through the legs. Feel your breath move into the depths of your back. And as you exhale, feel your organs move up, 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 away from the gravitational pull. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, come all the way up. Pivot those arms back around to warrior two for a brief moment. And then pinwheel the hands around. Let's bring that back leg up to meet the front. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reaching overhead, maybe you add in that little back bend, setting in the keystone of your sacrum, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take another deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Let the hands melt down towards the earth, but keep a little bit of energy through those fingertips as if you were stretching your fingertips towards the core of the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautifully done. Coming around now back to the front of the mat. We're going to check back in just once with the Aditi Adho Bandha. Aditi Adho Bandha is to lift all the pelvic organs away from that gravitational pull. So one more time here before we make our way to the floor. Bring both feet wider than the hips, a couple of inches. Bend into the knees, take the hands to the tops of the knees, bottoms of the thighs. Thumbs are reaching in towards the inside of the thighs here. Straighten the arms, creating those vulture shoulders. And lengthen your waist, the skin of your waist away from your hips. Good. Tuck your tailbone down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, pull your organs up, 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 up. Inhale. Now again, don't exert, don't push, don't force. It's with ease. Creating the vacuum. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, stand. Shake it all off for here a second. And then we're going to make our way down to the floor. Working on more back bend type stuff. So making your way to the floor, the first thing that I want to do is do a little bit of a sooooo check. And then we're going to maybe revisit it right before Shavasana to see if we've had any changes through our floor practice. So go ahead and roll yourself down gently. Make sure your pillow's kind of out of the way and that your body is flat. And you're going to take your legs out long, the length of the mat. About 6 bones width apart is fine. And then we did this a few weeks ago where we talked about the shift of the sacrum. And we worked on up shift, down shift, in shift, out shift. But today we're going to take it in with the arms so that we can really feel how the psoas, deep in our belly, way back there, attached to our lumbar spine, attached to our tops of our legs where they go into the hips, and attached to our diaphragm. The psoas can be incredibly helpful or incredibly bossy and rickety. And it's almost always that it's uneven on one side versus the other in all adult humans, just because of patterns of movement we have over time. So we're going to do a little test today to see how your psoas is feeling on each side. So we're going to start with the left side because that's the side that you can see from the camera. And I'm going to bring my arms out into this goal post. So upper arms flat on the floor, elbows are bent, and my hands are making this 90-degree angle. So I'm a goal post. I'm going to shift without moving a lot. I'm going to shift my left heel. Make sure your toes are pulled back and your feet are flexed. I'm going to shift the left heel towards the wall opposite me, like I'm trying to stand on the wall with my heel. And then I'm going to do that with the right. And just feel here for a moment. We're going to be here for a handful of breaths. Notice any changes, specifically around the lumbar spine, which is your low back. Notice as you shift from one side to the other, if there's a side that presents more resistance. As you shift your left heel down, you should actually feel your lumbar spine kind of curve towards the right as the right hip snakes up closer to the right rib cage. As your right heel presses to the wall, you should feel the lumbar curve to the left as the hip and the rib become closer together. So as you make that shift side to side here for a few breaths, just become a student of your own body. Forgo judgment of your body. Just simply be aware of which side presents more opportunity for growth, more opportunity for nourishment and movement. And then we're going to add the arms. So settle the feet to be balanced side by side. Now, as you shift your left foot towards the wall, also gently keeping your shoulder down, your neck relaxed, shift your left hand straight up overhead. Notice the changes here from diaphragm, which is the big muscle that seals up the bottom of the rib cage, through the waist, specifically near the spine, into the hip and leg. Now bring that back in. Try it again on that same side. So stretch and pull. And stretch and come back in. Now let's try the right side. Breathe in specifically as you're stretching. That's specific. Breathe in. Notice any tension. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, back to center. And one more time. Breathing in. And coming back to center. Good. So then from here, let's go ahead and roll over onto the belly. Be near your pillow. In fact, bring it under you. And set it about midway on your mat. So the first thing we're going to break down here on the floor is the upward facing. And sometimes having a hip bolster helps us find some movement here. So depending on how cushiony yours is, you want it to be a little firm. When you lie down on it, you don't want it to be like all the way on the floor because that kind of defeats the purpose if it's super flat. But have the center of your pelvis on the pillow. Legs are out flat. And then I want you to feel as if you're engaging that Udita Urdhva Bandha again, where you're pulling your waist muscles, and I'm kind of dragging the elbows back towards me to lengthen my waist muscles or my waist tissue away from my hips, and then feel my ribs kind of open, and then I settle them onto the earth, and I feel stretched out and longer. Now bring those hands to be in line with your shoulders. Elbows are down and back by your sides. On your inhale, press your pubic bone into the pillow. Do not clench your glutes to do that. So engage the bottom waist. Feel that bandha of the abdominals draw up and in to set the pelvis into the pillow. And now inhale, rise up. Beautiful little back bend, right? Maybe it feels so much better than the floor. And then exhale, roll down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, prepare, press the pelvis in by engaging the bandha of the belly and lift the heart. Now here, feel. We're going to stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, Feel the heart expand. Feel that you can breathe into your back. Feel your ribs expand, and then as you exhale, draw those organs up and in. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then float your body all the way back down. Good. From here, take your right foot into your right hand. Stretch your left hand out in front of you on the floor, but don't have it super far out. I actually want you to have it a little close to you with a little slight bend in your elbow, because as you press your right hand into your right foot, engage the bandha of the belly, press the pelvis into the heart of the pillow, press your hand or your foot should be pulling your hand away, and you lift into this half bow. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Can you feel the lift of the belly as you exhale? One more time, breathing in, breathing out, melt back down towards the floor. Before you release your foot, do one subtle change. Keep that foot close to your bottom this time, and simply press the pubic bone down into the pillow. And feel that deep psoas stretch, where the psoas runs from the lumbar spine down through the hips into the top of the leg bone. It's one of your hip flexors that pulls your leg up towards your core. And then release. Let's do that on the other side. So take the right hand out, bring your left hand back to touch your left foot. Hold on to that pinky edge. And now before you just fling your body up, draw your pubic bone down towards the pillow. Engage the bandha of the belly. Breathe in. Exhale, engage that bandha even more as you press the foot into the hand. And you kind of use his right arm for some support to lift. So maybe you have to shift your hand and push yourself up a little bit, but find the open half bow here. Pressing, pressing, pressing foot into hand, opening the heart, breathing into the back as you exhale, lifting the belly. And then float right back down. Stay here with that foot for just a second and gently pull the pubic bone down into the pillow. Feel that subtle change through the front of the quad, front of that leg bone, up into the deep pocket of the hip. And then release that very gently. Good. From here, take your hands and press yourself up into one more. Actually, let's go to Sphinx. So let's flatten the forearms and just inhale, lift. I love a good Sphinx after all of that because it's kind of chill, it's kind of relaxed. So forearms are solidly placed on the floor. Now let's not be lazy about it. So if you're doing Sphinx in your usual practice during a flow, you should be pressing pubic bone gently into the floor. Charge your legs. Feel as if your kneecaps want to come off the floor. Maybe they do. And you press the floor away under your elbows and lift the heart. It's almost like I'm pulling my mat back towards me under my elbows, but not excessive exertion. Still be at ease as you breathe in and breathe out. One more time. And then on your next breath, lift a little bit higher, and on your exhale, floating down. Good. From here, push yourself up and away. Finding your pillow right there, we're going to flip now to our back. And this is going to be fun stuff. You ready? So we're going to go into a little bit of a back bend exercise. And if a back bend isn't in your practice, you're going to stay with the bridging work. So I'm going to start with the bridging work. And then as we move into the back bend, if it's not for you, you just stick with the bridging, okay? Because I'm not there to spot you. I'm not there to help you. So just honor your own body where it's at today. So let's start sitting. Now I know, because I've already practiced this with this pillow, that once I lie down, my pillow is not going to be as sturdy as I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my pillow so that I have a little bit more cushion, okay? Because my bolster downstairs is a little thicker. And for the back bend and for the bridge and for the twist that we're about to do, I want a little bit more firm than, say, my belly down stuff. So I'm going to sit on top here, and then gracefully, because I'm in front of the camera, I'm going to scooch to the front of this pillow to kind of hold it in place and then roll myself down. Maybe I use my hands to get myself down onto the floor, and then just reorganize however it sees fit here, okay? Now we're going to start with some bridging work. Now for myself, I usually have my hands on the floor. Since I'm going to be dealing with a pillow that may or may not want to unfold, I'm going to hold my hands down by my sides, but kind of pinch my pillow so it stays put. And you can do whatever you need to do for yours. Now let's have the feet sit bones width apart. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, roll your shoulders down and back and press your hips into the sky. And maybe you don't disconnect from your pillow at all, but you're holding your own weight. And then inhale, lower the hips back down. Exhale, try to lift your bottom off of your cushion. And I love a good prop sometimes under the bridge because I find it makes me work a little bit harder. You know, we want to get a little butt lazy and we lift a couple of inches and we think we've lifted like 8 inches off the floor and we haven't. So I think it's always a good feedback to be like, okay, I'm really trying to lift up and away from this bolster and then come back down. And now you can stay right here, just doing a set of bridges. What I want you to imagine though, as you're bridging, is it isn't just a butt clinch, it's a pubic bone rolling towards the belly button. Okay, so you almost feel that Uddiyana Bandha, right? Like when we had our hands on our thighs and we were pulling our waist up and away from. So feel that same sensation and then wrap the glutes. And then while you're up here, press down into the arms, elongate your collarbone, and feel like your waist is trying to lengthen away from your ribs. So that back of the waist kicks in to help the gluteals and then roll back down. So doing all of that, you can continue a few more rounds of bridging. If a back bend is in your practice, you can follow me. Okay, so your options, stay bridging. Okay, engage the bandha, lift the booty, lengthen the waist, lengthen the collarbones. Remember those 4 things. If you'd like to try the back bend, we're going to do it twice so that you can kind of see it, feel it, maybe be messy with it, and then clean it up, okay, for muscle memory. Bridgers, you're just going to probably do like 16 reps or so, but that's good. It's great for your core and your booty strength and your pelvic floor function. So if back bend is interesting to you, take your hands, and you have to bring your hands right past your head, settle your fingertips into the earth, and then melt your hands down, right by your ears, like you're vicing your head. Your elbows are straight up towards the sky. And then I'm going to bring my feet pretty close to my bolster, pretty close to me. Now I'm going to engage my Uddiyana Bandha, and I'm going to pull my pubic bone up into an engaged place. I'm going to start pressing into the sacrum of my body, and then I'm going to start lifting my hips up and away. Now, when I can't do that any longer, I need to push into my hands and push the floor away. Now, once you're there, pull your chest towards the wall you're looking at. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. To come down, you must gently start bending your elbows. Aim for the top of your head or back of your head, nodding your chin towards your chest, and then roll down the back of your head through your shoulders back onto your bolster. Did you make it? Maybe? We're going to try it again. If you're a bridger, take a moment here with us. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then maybe on your next set of bridges, you could do 5 with your right ankle on your left knee, and then 5 bridges with your left ankle on your right knee, just to do a little bit of more balancing work around the sacrum and hips. If you're a back bender, we're going to try it one more time. Hands reach to the sky, bend the elbows, keeping those elbows facing the ceiling so the hands come right back past your head. Flip the palms over so that they go towards the floor. Melt your entire hands into the floor. Elbows are straight up to the sky and are kind of squeezing the pecs. Perk the girls. Feet are close. Feet might be slightly wider than your hips if that's more comfortable. Now start to roll the pubic bone up. Engage that bandha. Pull the glutes up. pull the hips up out of their weight, and then you push the floor away. Look at the wall behind you, pull your chest towards that wall. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Can you stay there for one more breath? Push the floor away. Now, tuck your chin towards your chest as you bend your elbows, roll down through the head and shoulders. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. Now stay here. Before you rock your knees back and forth or do any of that, just stay for a moment. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, pull your bolster to a place where you feel, or scoot your body to a place where you feel like you're in a nice supported bridge. Like you're bridging, but not because you're doing any effort, but because the bolster has you. Be here for a deep breath. In and out. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Bring your left knee to meet it. And then let your knees get heavy towards your chest and feel the bolster support you in this rolled position, this ball, this fetal position. As you breathe here, just feel how the spine opens up there in the lumbar spine. Feel how the sits bones are open and relaxed. There is no efforting here. It's just being at ease. Feel the back stretch. This is a great way to release lumbar compression throughout your day, just to find that bolster. Do some bridges, and then let your knees roll to your chest and feel that lower spine stretch out. Now from here, bring the feet back down towards the floor. Make sure you're centered on whatever bolster you're using. Bring your knees to squeeze gently together and touch, and bring your feet as close to you as possible on the floor. Now allow your knees to drift over to one side. Good. As you do that, we have a little bit of an inversion here of a hip over the rib. So you'll feel a twist and a gentle inversion. Breathe. In and out. One more time. On your next breath, with intention, pull your knees back up. Maybe you do one and then the other. If that feels better to the sacrum, it's fine. But then as you make your descent to the other side with your breath, inhale, squeeze the knees together and center. Then exhale, feel your organs moving up, 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 up. Feel the waist lengthen and stretch as the knees drop to the other side. Breathing in here, breathing out. Now these things I'm showing you, again, are great for you to do on your own. You can always come back to these videos. They're marked under my live playlist, and in this case also the yoga playlist. You can always fast forward to this section and get these stretches if you've been stuck sitting all day, if your back is hurting, maybe you went for a hike. You can always come back to this space. You don't have to do the whole practice if your body's needing just this part. And then come back through the center. Good. Now from here, bridge off of your bolster. Take the knees apart, or put some space there, and then encourage that bolster to make its way off of your bottom and under your thighs and knees. So you're just bolstered over the pillow. And then allow your eyes to drift closed here. And here in this Shavasana, before you get too settled, before you think that you need to rigidly stay still, just as my favorite meditation guru says, feather your nest. So just kind of maybe shake your legs around a little bit, squeeze and release the tush muscles a couple times, get that sacrum settled. Maybe you need to take a few breaths, stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms. I often like to roll my shoulders kind of down and feel like I'm reaching for the end of my mat with my fingertips, and then resettle my weight into my shoulders so I don't feel like my shoulders are crowding my ears. And then check in with your head. Maybe you need to nod your head or shake your head yes or no, and just find that place where your head can be relaxed. And as your eyelids grow heavier, take a deep breath in. Allow your body to release that breath with ease. And as you drink in this next breath, allow it to discover any points of tension. And then invite your exhale to dissolve those points. Melt them away with your breath. Again, breathing in, intentionally making the breath slower here at first, settling the mind and the body, sealing the practice here in Shavasana. As you exhale, allow it to be slow and luxurious. Breathing in again, inviting a buoyancy and lightness across the front of the body. And as your exhale finds its way through the back side of your body, allow it to deepen your bones to the earth. And now allow your breath to take on a natural, relaxed rhythm. Allow yourself to simply be with your breath. And when you find your thoughts take over, the movie in your mind starts to play rapidly, bring yourself back to your breath. Perhaps simply watching it swirl around your organs as you breathe in and breathe out. Find that your mind will settle as you allow your focus, your ease of focus to be simply with the swirling of your breath. Invite a deep breath into every bone of your body. Allow the breath to dissolve. Start to wiggle through your fingers and through your toes, through your hands, circling at the ankles, at the wrists. Maybe you start to slide the knees in and out. Perhaps you start to gently roll your head side to side. Maybe the elbows begin to bend. Maybe you find yourself luxuriously stretching with your next inhale. And as you exhale, find yourself rolling to your side. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it away. And then pull yourself upright to a seated position. And here at the top, just remain seated here. Taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And here, for just a moment, as you breathe in and out, just simply, your eyes can even be closed. Just turn your head to the left. As you exhale, allow your head to move through center. And as you inhale, turn the head to the right. And as you exhale, allow the head to come through center. And as you breathe in, allow the chin to drop towards the chest. As you exhale, bring the head back up through center. Inhale, reach the hands overhead, take a big stretch. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. The light, the love, the joy within me honors the light, the love, the joy within you. Namaste. Thank you everyone for coming today. Hopefully it was lovely and wonderful for you and that you feel amazing. Thank you, YouTube. Peace out. Facebook, how you doing, guys?